Hi guys, my name is Miss Mendoza. I'm a third grade teacher, and today I'm going to be reading to you guys my favorite book of all time, which is called The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywall. Now, before I talk about this book, I want to talk about something important, which is genre. I want to talk to you about the difference between fiction and non-fiction books. The book we're going to read today is actually a fiction book. And how do I know that? Well, there's a couple of clues that tell me that this is going to be a fiction book. When I'm reading fiction books, I know that there's going to be things in the book that are not real. So when I look at the cover, I see some crayons that have faces and arms and legs, and I know that can't happen in real life. So I already know this book is going to be a fiction story without even opening it. So let's go ahead and get started. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywall. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Dear Duncan, alright, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm gonna completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I'm neither. I am beige, and I am proud. I am also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on the rhinos and hippos and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles, and how about you color one of those once in a while and give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. There he is. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill an empty space between the other things. Well, that leaves me feeling empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Hi Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors with the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my work loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problem and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I am writing to you is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to one another. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they are driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun because last Tuesday you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on the field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon has already talked to you, but the big whiner. Anyways, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Aren't you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Here you. Dear Duncan, okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. Is it because you think I'm a girl's color? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me some time to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Crayon. Pink Crayon, sorry. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring and an A+ for creativity. That's the book, guys. Again, it's called The Day the Crayons Quit. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Miss Daniels, and I'm a 3rd grade reading teacher here at James Bowie Elementary. Today I'm going to be reading you this story called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Today as I'm reading, I'm going to try and make connections to the characters, events, or even illustrations from this text, because good readers make connections by using what they already know to connect a text to their life experiences, to connect a text to another text, or to connect a text to the world. And so today, just by looking at this front cover, I'm already thinking of a book that I've read in the past. This reminds me of a book titled Ish, and I believe the author and illustrator is also Peter H. Reynolds. And it was about a character who liked to draw, but his drawings didn't quite turn out like he'd like. So for example, if he tried to draw a vase, his drawing would look like a vase, but it would look vase-ish. Or if he wanted to draw a snake, his drawing wouldn't look quite like a snake, but it would look snake-ish. And so now I'm wondering if this book is going to be about a character who likes to draw, but maybe they can't quite get it right. The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Vashti's a little bit different from the character in Ish, because in Ish, he continued to draw and kind of embraced the fact that his drawings didn't look quite like the originals. I wonder if she's going to learn to love art like he did. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Not only does this remind me of that book Ish, but it also reminds me of a time in my life when I didn't think I was good at something, and a teacher kind of helped me to overcome that fear and just to get started. And then once I got started, I turned out being pretty good at it. I wonder if Vashti will. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. Vashti thought for a moment, well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. That frame reminds me of a frame that I got at my wedding shower. It looks just like that. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the red, she discovered that she could make a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. This is just how it happened whenever I was playing guitar. When I finally started to play, I actually kind of liked playing and found out that I could do different things. I could play different notes. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show, a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. I never performed with my guitar. She made it a bit further than I did. I never performed. I still just play it at home, but she had a whole art show. Wow. Look at how many things she drew. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw, he said. I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I wonder if she's going to encourage him like her teacher encouraged her. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, please sign it. Just like her teacher asked her to do. Now, this book was quite similar to Ish in the way that the character ended up liking to draw. But it was a little bit different because initially in Ish, the little boy liked to draw. It looks like in the beginning of this book, Vashti didn't quite think she could do it. She didn't really like it in the beginning. So that's how, they're similar and different. Thank you so much for listening to me read The Dot and make my connections. I hope that when you read a book, you're able to make connections too.